to Chamba Sports. We're so excited for you guys to be here with us and excited to hear this next story about this next guest. We already titled it like the comeback story because we can't wait to see what happens after this season for him. So without further ado, I will go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Hello guys, I'm George. I'm a upcoming cross country runner, returning back. I did cross country in high school for mainly my 4 years, and then COVID year, so I wouldn't count that year. And then did soccer for 2 years, so stopped running, and now I'm just coming back, running at the college level, and so we'll hope for a good season for sure.
Yeah, you ready? This comeback season's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a different environment than the high school level, just because it's college. Any college sports, it's gonna be like tough, you know. And so I'm nervous, but I know I can bring to the table, so I'm confident for sure.
Yeah. That confidence, it shows.
Yeah,
it shows.
You gotta go in there with confidence. If you don't have confidence, then it's not really gonna go any high.
Okay. Well, tell us when you started running, when you started doing track.
So my first sport is soccer, and I did soccer when I was younger and stuff, and then just didn't do any sports for a cool like couple years, and then it's not till 8th grade when I tried out track in junior high, and that was at Stone Creek. So I was telling you guys about like how I went to Greenfield. That was 6th grade year.
Okay.
And then I moved to the Ridgeview side of town, and I went to Actis my 7th grade year, and then Stone Creek my 8th grade year. So I did track there, and I fell in love with the sport. I mean, I think I was better at it than soccer, so I stuck by it. And then Ridgeview already had like a solid like cross country track team, and so going into it, I mean, it was fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's fun. Yeah. What do you do?
I do distance, but now I'm leaning towards more of the mid distance, just because like over time I beat up my legs from running too much in high school. And so just mid distance, just 800 right now, honestly. Yeah.
And then you went off to actually go to college, right?
You
left.
I went to Mount Sac, and then was super hurt, and just I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna be hurt, I'm just gonna come back to home, you know, my friends and family. But yeah, I had a big thing going for me already, and you know,
Tell us about that. How did that come about? How did that big thing come about?
Well, so senior year, I had shin splints. I was fighting shin splints, and it was tough. It was tough just because like everybody was running how they're supposed to. Me, I was on a different schedule, different timing and everything, and so it was tough. Like it was surprising just even finishing the season, just because I was so hurt. Like and I wasn't even doing like what you're supposed to. I wasn't running every day. I either had to like swim or hop on the bike, just because if I were to run consistently every day, I'd beat myself up even more in the end. And so it's just, I was on a different schedule and stuff. And I kind of took care of it in the summer, and I already had my things to do. So I already had my plan out to go to Mount Sac over there in Pomona. When I was there, I was running again, and I was like, ooh, the shin splints are coming back. And I was like, fuck, like, what'd I do? Excuse me.
It's okay.
And so they came back, and they started being more severe. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not enjoying this. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to finish the semester here. And then in January, I just came back to Bakersfield College as just a normal student, and just started playing soccer just here and there for fun, you know? Just pick up and everything. And then now I really want to come back and finish the chapter in my story.
And you want those medals, right?
Those
Trophies?
medals, those PRs.
Yeah.
You know, like I think I can be a lot faster. So I'm just really wanting that, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
So for those, well, because she always asks me to, but for those that don't really know shin splints and everything, of how much pain they actually cause. Like I said, as a runner too, from back in the day, I trust me, I understand those, especially when, they hurt like they're right there.
Yeah.
There's just
I'm like,
pains.
I got one last year during soccer, and I was like, I can't do this. I'm not gonna play no more.
I mean, I think one of the reasons why I get shin splints is because of the way I run. I run like more like leaning towards more the inside, and you put all that stress in my muscle, and so like right now I'm just getting some insoles right now, and hopefully that does a trick where it avoids feeling the pain throughout my shin. But yeah, shin splints are no joke. They suck. They suck really.
It's crazy to see how aggressive like it can get, right? Like if you don't take care of it,
100%. Yeah. If you don't take care of them, they're gonna beat you up in the long run for sure. Yeah,
So is there any I guess remedies to help it ease it a little bit?
Rest. The best rest I can give you is absolutely do not do anything. You know, I mean, you could do strength work and stuff, but a lot of people like to. I have a friend of mine's. He has shin splints, and I mean, he can't stay off his sport, but you gotta learn to recover. If you don't learn recovery, then you're just gonna beat yourself up, you know. And so, do nothing, and then after you took like some time off. I'm not saying like take a week off or 2 weeks, maybe like a few days. Obviously, you don't want to like lack on your thing that you've been building already, you know?
Yeah.
And so, strength work for sure, icing, do all that, you know? But yeah, don't do nothing for a cool minute. Depends how severe it is, you know? If it's super bad, then obviously like take your time and you'll know, like, but do some strength work in there. Yeah,
Nice.
for sure.
And then she always asked me to like why do people enjoy running?
Yeah.
And that's what
Sometimes
Okay,
I
yeah.
wonder that. I'm like, so what makes you want to run? I don't even want to get
like,
on the treadmill
okay,
sometimes.
I have a different perspective on a lot of runners. Me,
okay.
personally, I don't like running. I only run because I'm good at it and because like I'm better at it than the other sports that I did. But running, I mean, it's sometimes cool to go on runs and just clear your mind, you know, and the things you go through throughout the day, you know, clearing your mind and everything. I do that sometimes, but training and like running,
train?
it's
How do you train to? I won't like. Sorry, it's not in my scope, but I
Get out
want to
there and go.
learn. I want to learn a little bit about how
there's
you
things
train
called
the running.
intervals.
Okay.
So if you just run every day, you're just gonna build endurance and like a lot of like cardio. But when we do intervals, that's when we build our speed. That's how we get faster. And so intervals are like intensity, like workouts, as in like you're running fast for 1 minute, or you're either walking or jogging, or standing rest. And so like for instance, for track, one of the workouts are like 400s and like 70s, and then the rest is like a minute, 1 minute and 30 of rest. And then yeah, and those 70s is like a 440 mile pace, you know. That's something chill, kind of light. For most people I think that's fast, but that's like a solid workout right there. But the intervals is where you begin that speed. You gain that speed right there. Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Because if you just run constantly just normal, then you're just gonna be running normal. Like
okay.
every average person, you know.
That's to burn fat and everything.
Yeah.
But well, what he's also saying is that it's kind of like our swimming guest that came on too, where she said that she times herself, and at a certain time in that, so she does long distance too, that she has to be able to. She has a time that she has to beat. So same thing with running. There's by a certain amount of distance, you should already cover this much time, or it's all about time.
Yeah,
really.
you guys, I'm learning about track right now, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
I'm surprised. I hurt my back trying to run. Just can you imagine staying in the posture like that for 2 to 3 miles?
Yeah.
It's like that one posture, just straight up.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how like the track, like the meets, and how those work. Like I'm interested in like learning about those for like kids that are barely learning about track.
The meets. Well, I'll tell you from my high school experience, because obviously, like, this is my first time gonna run at the college level competitively. Yeah. Like, I've trained, but not run competitively. I'm assuming similar to the high school events and meets. It's kind of more annoying compared to like other sports, because like you're waiting to run your event, but you have to watch other people race their own event as well. So it's like a whole day thing, you know. Like for instance, for soccer, like you go out, you go to your game, and then you go back on the bus. For us, we have to be there for like 8 hours, 9 hours, just watching like everybody run, like the sprinters, the hurdles, the jumps, everything, the distance runners. And so it's all organized and stuff. Like I couldn't really tell you exactly because I'm not really sure how it goes, but yeah, that's kind of like a little sum it up of like
how
you
the
have to
meets
wait.
go.
Yeah, I never knew when the my actual event was ever coming up. Did you know? You guys know when it's coming up?
Yeah. I mean, and our coach let us know when we're going up. We have to warm up like 30 minutes before and stuff. So they'll let us know, but
do they let you know they can't let you know the exact time because
but no, I mean you're also like responsible for keeping track of like when you're gonna run and stuff. But yeah, sometimes I had like a race like 2 p.m. and then the other one like at 8 p.m. in the night, and so like just kind of just waiting there, fueling up, just waiting for the
I remember sitting on the grass, laying there. That's it.
Yeah.
Just stuff. Yeah.
So it's kind of like when you guys wait for the bus for other games and stuff. Or
No, way worse.
It's longer. It's a longer process, but I'm sure it's exciting when you win, right?
Yeah.
When you win.
Yeah.
So how does is it based on whoever finishes first? And
I mean, yeah, obviously winning is whoever finishes first, but for me, I think a lot of people they get discouraged when they don't get the win, you know, but it's always about if you improve from before, you know, if you got a personal record, a PR. And I think that's the most important thing, you know, whether you come in last and you did your best, then coming in first and beating everyone else, but you didn't really do your best, you know? And so I think a lot of people have to value that. That's very important. And a lot of people get discouraged because they think that they're not good. But if you're better than what you were before, then, I mean, that's all that matters.
That's what matters because you're literally competing with yourself on this. Yeah. So that's important. I mean, you got to compete and you're training to become a better you.
100%. Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. And then working on this, like say the comeback story, how are you training now? Like, how's it working out for you?
Definitely taking some precautions, just like going back into it slowly, try not to like increase the intensity too quickly, just because if you do, then, you know, you're going to be more prone to injury and stuff. So just going back slowly and stuff, hitting some workouts, but nothing too crazy, you know.
Is it different, like the training different from high school level to college level now, like at BC?
From what the experience I've met with the coaches, I mean, I feel like it's all coach preference. You know, every coach has their different philosophies and everything. The coach at BC that I'm training with, I see one of his workouts the other day, and it's not bad. It's not something I'm used to, but again, like every coach has their philosophy on how to build an athlete and how to make an athlete better. But I did have like a coach my sophomore year, he's crazy huge on mileage and everything like that, and just I think that's one of the reasons why he beat me up, just because he told me to do something and I did it and just put my effort, you know. And so but every coach is different for sure.
You keep pushing, you keep going and learning. What are the goals that you have for yourself for this for BC?
Okay, well, so it's gonna be my last semester.
Okay.
And then I graduate and then I go on to CCB. And so, but as far as running wise, I really want to break 2 in the 800. That might not be as fast. I don't think that's as fast because a lot of high schoolers do that. But since I never got the chance to do it, just because 800 wasn't my event, it was mainly like the mile, the 2 mile, the 5K. And so this is going to be my first season just running specifically the 800. And breaking 2 would be something that I'd be content and happy with, you know?
And you get your own PR, right?
Yeah,
your own personal record.
My PR right now is like a 2:05, so just got to kill those 5 seconds. You know, I got that. Those 5 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And I used to watch the Olympics too. What's the name? Like, hey, what's their PR? I'm like, ooh, never mind.
No, man.
Scares me,
I mean, on the TV, it's like, damn, like, they're running and stuff. But if you're actually there, like, and you're running that pace, it's tough. Like, I could probably manage that pace for a little bit, but I can't hold on with those Olympic. Yeah, but
what's your mentality when you go into the track meets?
Be super confident, but don't be cocky as well. Don't underestimate the other people. But confidence is key. You know, if you're not confident, then you know you're not gonna really like pass your goals or anything, or reach your goals, achieve your goals. But confidence for sure. If you're not confident, I mean, yeah, like I try to like hype myself up, but at the same time I'm like, all right, like kind of just have a little race strategy going for me and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I normally don't like to go in front of the pack, like to be the leader starting off the race. I kind of like, I wouldn't like to say I like to sit and kick, because I think that's a little bit like, I mean, if it works for other runners, but personally I think that's a little pathetic, just because you're letting them carry you along the way the whole time. And so for me, I personally like I like a struggle out there. You know, I like a fun race. I like people who are wanting it and not just like really just letting other runners just
Finish off.
finish the race for them and stuff. I mean, because when you're in first place, right, and you're doing all the work, it's a lot mentally, you know. But when you're behind the other person, it's just like it makes it a lot easier. So for me, I'm not really a fan of people who sit and just wait to the end, you know. I like the grind.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, you want to put in the work.
Yeah,
though. That's your that's your purpose. Like you want to put in that work.
So how was it going from, I guess, speaking of mentality, was going from your soccer mentality, which is a team aspect of the sport, to down to just by yourself now? And, you know, of course, you could rely on your team. And, you know, if you're having a bad game or something like that, your team can pick you up. But in this one, it's all you, man.
That's the thing. Me, growing up, I was never huge on, like, the team aspect. I was more individual growing up. I didn't mind doing solo workouts, training on my own. That's something that I'm comfortable and used to doing. I personally prefer the more individual stuff, but I think having a close team around and everything, I think it's a lot more funner. But just because I don't have to rely on other people's success, you know, like for instance, like I don't have to rely, if I'm a winger, I don't have to rely on the striker to score the goal. Whereas the track, it's me carrying me to the finish line, whether I wanna like finish strong or not, you know. And so that's something that I prefer. But I mean, I had some good teams out there before in the past. And I mean, I'm not dissing on any team.
No,
you know?
you
like,
make
you know,
you make your friends. You do
you
what
make
you
your
gotta
friends,
do.
and you got good chemistry and everything. Then
you
you know,
build it.
then that's good. But, you know.
And definitely you everybody kind of finds their sport, and
Right.
it feels like you found your sport. You know what you want. You know how to do. You know, and you're confident in your own abilities, so it makes you stronger to keep pushing. To do your best. Yeah. No, definitely. And then what about school? You said you're gonna finish already, so you got one semester left. This is your last semester. You get to run. What are like the next steps? But before next steps, how are you, like, even in college? Because I'm sure grades matter.
Oh yeah, grades do matter.
Okay,
and stuff.
tell us how those matter.
Well, now that I'm a student athlete, I'm sure it's gonna like definitely be more impactful to like my academics and stuff. But I mean, for the most part, I've been doing really good with school. I only need 9 units left, so it's like 3 classes, and then you need 12. You need to be a full-time student
to run.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. To be a student
any
athlete.
college athlete.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be a student
and
athlete.
so the track class makes up 3 units, so that'll make me 12, and that'll
There's
make
a
me
track class. That's cool.
No, it's like any sport. It counts as it's kind of like a job, so it counts as part of like
an elective.
Right,
almost.
right, yeah.
It's like an elective.
And so I'll hit 12, and then that'll make me eligible for me to run. But for the most part, I mean, yeah, super excited. I'm taking Spanish, what's it called? A soil science class, and then like a speech class as well. So they're kind of like on the.
What do you want to do?
I'm a psychology major.
Okay.
I already did all my major classes already for BC. So when I go to CCB, it's gonna mainly just be all my psych classes.
Your psych classes,
but yeah, it's a pretty light schedule for me this semester.
Good, because then you can mentally focus on your run.
Yeah.
So
what for the freshmen that are going in and everything, does the track coach and everything? Because I know we heard it from before with some college that we had for BC, that the team aspect of it, they have like study hall and stuff like that. But do you guys have that?
As a freshman, you need the study hall hours. So for me, since I'm like a sophomore already, like I don't need to do it. But for the freshmen, like study hall hours is required for every sport, and it's basically meaning like student comes first and the athlete comes second, and you have to get on top of your work done, and so they require like I think a minimum of like I think 4 hours. I'm not too sure, but you have to be in the study hall room, making sure you're on top of your work and everything.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
So no matter what, guys, even
and honestly, like
high
I respect it. A lot of guys like, oh, why do I gotta do this and stuff? But like me, I care a lot about school. So for me, that's something that I truly respect. Like from the coaches, like saying like, hey, you gotta go to study hall hours. You know,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, no, it's important, guys. And like even, you know, in high school, your grades are important. In college, your grades are still important. So make sure you guys, you know, even sometimes like I have a light competition with our son. I'll show off my GPA. He shows off his. So just saying, I get a master's degree. So
I don't want to show my GPA.
But sometimes you have to. And especially if you want to, you know, if you want to compete on an athlete level, like you still want to make sure you are still a student. You know, athlete comes second, making sure.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you kind of rely on to kind of motivate, other than yourself, because you're confident, you have that confidence, but anybody who kind of pushed you or influenced you into
100%. I think it was so my freshman year entering Ridgeview, that's when the guys went state for cross country.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And so that already just gave it a big kick and a big boost to like me wanting and craving more and more. And so I only won Valley like one time. And that was my sophomore year. Yeah, and but yeah, those guys just kind of just impacted me just because like, you know what, like these guys are running fast. They won state, they won Valley. Then I mean, how far can I go, you know? And so yeah, like I said, the next year won Valley and stuff, but I thank those guys for they helped me be the person that I am today for sure when it comes to like my mentality and stuff, because those guys are hard workers and they definitely motivated me for sure.
And is anybody that you kind of like try to mentor now or pass on that little knowledge that you had? I mean, besides, you know, the audience, of course, because you're gonna impact somebody out there. Trust me.
I mean, just I have a few friends that do ask me for advice and like how to build up their cardio up and their strength and how can they improve and everything. Because I mean, endurance and cardio is like for any sport, you know. And so like I could give them the best advice that I know personally within me. And but all I recommend is consistency is key. You know, if you're not consistent with it, then you're not really gonna get anywhere. You have to be consistent. Sometimes we have those days where like I want to do it, I'm lazy, but you have to. That's when it counts the most, when you're like tired or you're not feeling it or you want to just stay in bed, but you got to go out there and just, you know, on the easy days, go easy. On the hard days, go hard, you know, give it your all. But
there you go. Hey, better said than that.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, well, he always asks this, but what's your pre-track meet ritual, and then what do you do after? I know it took you
between those long
those
times.
long times, because you're there for a long time.
Because how many events do you do in between? You said 2.
Yeah, 2.
So yeah,
sometimes 3. I remember in high school I did 4.
Oh, so you were busy then.
Yeah,
okay, so
I was doing the 800, the 2 mile, the mile, and the 4x4.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
2
It
miles
was like
fun.
a whole workout.
Yeah.
But now it's just more lenient towards 1 or 2. Mainly the 800, but yeah. But some routines that I like to do before, like I'm a big believer in God, so I like to pray a little before I go to the start line, and then when I'm at the start line, I like to pray again, and then just if I don't do that, I feel like I'm off. I feel like if I'm not gonna do good. You know what I mean? And so just that's a main one. And then secondly, I like to warm up on my own. I don't like to warm up with the team. I like to warm up on my own. That makes me like kind of just stay locked in, stay focused, because like a lot of the runners tend to goof off and just laugh, but I'm kind of more there like strictly business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's nothing personal or nothing towards like other runners or anything. Like I don't mind, but when it comes to
it's
racing
just your own
and
way
stuff,
of like
when
kind
it
of
comes to
making sure that
racing,
you
I gotta lock in. Yeah.
You lock in your own way, and
Right.
that's okay. Like it's like we focus, and we need to focus in our own terms to make it ourselves, be better.
And trust me, we see the passion from it, so I know that, like I said, it's business is business, man.
Yeah,
so.
you're ready to, and that's people like your freshman year, you might take it like as, like, oh, it's just, a meet or it's just a game, whoever is playing. But as you get older and this becomes what you want to do, like, this is like, it's crucial.
Right. No.
Yeah. Like it's 100% even like with a hobby, like you pick up a hobby, it's just a hobby, guys. And then it's not a hobby anymore. So if it's something that you really want to work towards. So
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. And any post-game rituals, because nobody so far told me, well, besides going out to eat and everything, but like, how do you celebrate like a good win? Like, even, like I said, beating your PR record, or even if you get first, second, or third. You'll paint the town red. Like,
kind of with like the Kobe mentality. Like, after running a good race and a good time, you feel happy and content. But I mean, like, you're always hungry for more, So I mean, just feel like satisfied and pleased with what you did, but not too happy, because there's still more work to do,
So anything like you like to do?
Maybe like go out and eat with my friends after,
Nice.
Just enjoy that a lot. Enjoy a lot of friends' company and like doing a lot of that for sure.
See, you could lock in and then you can go have
right,
fun.
Yeah.
That's completely okay. Totally okay with everybody. Well, we talked a little bit about your challenges, your motivation, and how it helps you in your childhood. Is there anything in specific that you want to, influence the next generation of runners with, and kind of, showcase a little bit of
that? One thing that I'd give for the younger runners is listen to your coach and listen to your instincts, because me personally, like, I had to go through the rough route, and like, because I didn't listen, and that's what got me hurt. So listen to the people that know what they're doing. They're more experienced than you, and so always listen. If you don't listen, then you're gonna find out for yourself,
Yeah.
And,
It's important.
For me, unfortunately, I got hurt because of it, and so all I recommend is that you listen to your coach.
It's important to listen to your coaches, because you guys might say or think that they know everything, right? But you don't. Sometimes they, have a little bit more life experience.
Well, it's different between you looking at yourself, feeling the way you do, and then somebody else looking out and towards you. As the last podcast guest say, that listen to your body too. Because like I said,
listen to your body 100%. If
and
you choose to ignore like the signs and stuff, and like I said, it's gonna come back to you.
Yeah.
Kick you in the butt for sure.
It's going to be hard. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you being on. I appreciate you coming and sharing your story. I'm excited to see what you do in your meets and how, and I want to see when you hit your record, okay? Make sure you
100%.
you let us know. You let us know, and we want, if you show us some videos so we can post them on there, so we can share with everybody.
Yeah, and I would love to go to one of the track meets, because I miss track actually now. You see, talking to you just makes me mad. Like, I miss those days. I miss those days though, because it was very fun and everything, lining up and getting that little rush and everything.
Yeah, the
awesome.
adrenaline rush.
Yeah, it's crazy. But also, she's never been to one.
I've never been to a like an actual track meet. Like
no, I mean, I think I'll give you guys a schedule and stuff, and
for sure. Like, I want to go and watch.
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, we have two home races at BC, so.
And I'm guessing the college like experiences. I love anything college level. So like anything college level, experience level is probably gonna be fun for you too.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I think it'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get our tickets. Yeah, college levels, they just do it bigger. It's just bigger. So always good. Well, thank you so much. Is there anyone that you want to thank? And you can feel free to look.
Thank God. Number one, thank God, and then thank my mom and dad for helping me become the man I am today too. You know, in and outside of running. But yeah, them. For sure. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us, for watching, for supporting. We appreciate all of you guys. Can't wait to see more of you guys. Can't wait to see more track guys. I'm interested. I like learning about running, because I'm completely lost here sometimes.
My stories ain't good enough.
So I gotta bring other people. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and don't forget to
like and subscribe
on YouTube and on Instagram and everywhere else where you find us. Hopefully TikTok doesn't go away, guys. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.